kind of vibes. Hope you're having an enjoyable Sunday. I am indeed. It's now evening time, so I'm going to cook. I'm going to move the cooking today. So today I'm going to do some pork belly, some brown stew pork belly with soy sauce, some rice and peas, some plantain and some veg. So as I said, today's Sunday, I like to cook on Sundays, something special. So the peas I have already pre-cooked in coconut milk beforehand. Usually the peas you need to cook for maybe an hour. So when they're slightly softly, peas go slightly soft, and then the water starts to boil. That's been with the coconut milk. The coconut milk you can either buy in a tin, or you can actually buy the real coconut and then blend it up, and just squeeze it out. So as you see here, the peas and the milk have been marinated together. See here. So now I'm going to add some more coconut, because the level is a bit too low down, because also when you cook the rice the water will evaporate down. So I'm going to put some spring onion to add some flavour in. First of all, wash your hands. Get a hand towel. So the spring onion here. So in England call it spring onion, places like Jamaica call it scallion. So I'm going to mash. I'm just going to crush the spring onion, flatten it down. I'll just cut it in half. So I'm going to add that. That's that. So now the coconut milk. Also coconut milk, the actual real coconut, I chop it up, take off the hard shell around the side, I slice up into pieces and cubes, put into the blender with some water, and then blend it together. So now I'm going to add some more coconut milk, just a little bit more. So with the sieve, just place it above. The blended up coconut will be still at the top of there. So what we're doing now, we're going to squeeze it. Just one handful at a time. Then excess we'll put back into the jug. Again, just squeeze it out. So just make sure the actual coconut itself doesn't get into the rice, the pot, because you don't really want this to be in the rice when you're eating it. So as I said, just keep your hand over here, a good distance above the pot. Right, so that's done. So now wash your hands. that's it. So now we're going to add some crushed chilies. Again, you don't have to do this, but I just want to add to the flavour. So I'll just a handful. Don't want too much. Probably going to empower it, the taste of the rice. Put too much in. So let's get ourselves a fork. Let's give that a stir. So now we're going to get some rice. We're going to wash it. So I'll say just some another white rice. So just keep the flame on a low flame for now until we wash the rice. Well, that should be enough rice for this size pot. Also, it depends on the household, how many people. Also, just myself and me, another person, so that's 2 people, that's enough rice. As you remember, rice is when it's cooked, it's going to swell up. So I need to make sure I don't have to do too much rice because it will overflow the actual pot itself. So now I'm going to wash the rice. Right, so now the rice is washed now, so I've got to add this to actual the peas, the coconut milk and the spring onion and the chili pepper as well. I say the little tip now, if some rice flakes, rice grains at bottom, just get quite a little bit of water out here and give it a shake. Right, okay, so rice is in now, so I'll give that a mixture now. See, also it's important when you put in the coconut milk, you don't put the flame too high. Because if it's on too high, once you pour in the coconut milk, it's going to burn around the sides. It's best to keep it at a low flame. Right, okay, I think the rice is done now, so I say we'll keep that. Now I've got the rice in now, just medium or low flame I think for now. Keep that there. Right, so now we're going to do the pork belly now. So obviously it's been chopped up and seasoned last night. So like I said, I got the soy sauce, the garlic, the seasoned powder as well. I've been marinated inside and it's been overnight, so all the flavours will be ingrained inside the meat now. So we'll get a hot pan now. So boil the hob now and get some cooking oil over that. So put on a medium flame to get the hot oil nice and hot and popping. And I'm going to add in some onion, some garlic and some ginger. Again, you know, wash your hands now, it's very important. If you're between doing things, wash your hands regular. Right, so now I've got to put in the onions, the garlic and the ginger. Put some black peppercorn at the same time. So then I'm going to put in 2 clove. Just 2 pieces of clove. This is don't put too much of this because it gives a strong flavour. So into that. It's also important to regularly check the rice. If it's on too high flame, just turn it down slightly. Just get a regular stir so the rice can stick at the bottom. Right, so we're going to add in the seasoned meat now, pork belly, all chopped up. Add that to the fried up seasoning. So the key thing now here is to keep stirring. You don't want the meat to stick at the bottom. The pan is hot, so if you don't stir it, it's going to stick. So keep regularly doing it. So as this brown stewing, I get some colour on the meat. And once there's some colour on the meat, we're then putting the water. So as remember, it's fried soy sauce marinated a bit overnight, so it won't have that brown colour anywhere. So that's why I don't put the flame on too high, because you won't get that balance of the right colour when obviously inside it's not got cooked. It's cooked enough inside. So I'm going to check the rice now, give it another stir. That's it before, I don't want it to stick at the bottom. Once it sticks at the bottom, it does cause a problem. So it's like it's burning stuck to the bottom, so it's hard to scrape off. And plus it's like a charred rice, so I don't really want that in your taste buds. So I keep watching it. You might have to add some water soon. So we'll just assess that. It's about getting the balance right, the right measures, everything. I'll check the meat now, pork belly. Right, this is checking the meat now. So doing fine now. We just want to add a little bit of water, so boiled. Now we're going to add in some tomatoes. And the onions. This will help with the gravy eventually, get some texture, some colour. Okay, so leave that for now. This one's running flame. Now I'll check on the rice, see how it's going. So I said the water's drying out. Let's give it a quick stir. So you've now got to decide if we've got add some water, or if so, how much water. See the colours the rice has changed. When I put the rice in the pot, it was like a white because of the peas. It just changed the colour slightly, and that's what we need. Colour of the rice changing. I said I don't want to put any water at the moment because I don't want it too soggy. If you put too much water in it, it's become like soggy, like with spongy texture. So that's fine for now. That's on. Well, let's just check the meat now. Go start this, looking good. So you got all the colour, texture, that's good. Go the gravy. See, also what I would say is if you had some fresh thyme, add the fresh thyme and add this thyme to the meat, it would just be wonderful. It would give it that extra taste. But unfortunately I haven't got any thyme, so next time I will put some thyme in, because I said it makes a difference with the thyme. So let's just check the rice now, see how we're going. I said it's just, the rice just starting to dry up now. I said we don't need to put any more water now, because initially the water I put in with the coconut milk as well was just enough. So sometimes you might need to add more water to it. It's about getting the balance right. Because if you don't put enough water in, it's just going to burn or it won't cook enough. And too much water, it's going to overcook. Right, so what we're doing now is this rice just starting to stick at the bottom, so I'm going to go up on a really low flame. Really low flame, so it's still going to cook and hopefully dry out a bit. So this is going for the process now, the swelling process now, so it will rise slightly more. So what we're doing now, we're going to taste the gravy now, just see if it needs to add anything to it. Let's wash our hands first. Right, let's get ourselves a spoon. Taste it here. I say just be careful of this. I think that's right so far. Like I said, if we had the time, it would have made a big difference. Unfortunately, I didn't have no time this time, so next time we'll do it. But that's good so far. The rice, so what we're doing with rice now, we did in our last video, cut some rice, is get the technique. So clean the film and just cover the rice until it's cooked properly. So again, just get the right size amount. Just wet it up. Just cover it. Just make sure it doesn't go on the outside. Keep it inside. Again, wash your fingers because the pot is hot. So, and just cover it in slightly more. In a few minutes, I will turn the hob off because at that stage, you know, So at this stage now, so the rice is doing well, meat's cooking nicely. We do some veg now, so some broccoli. So nice simple broccoli, easy to do. So get yourself a small pan. Put about a third of water in. Add a little bit of salt. I mean, you don't have to put salt in, it's a personal choice. Depends what the taste season you want. It's a bit of salt or just plain. So we'll let that boil up now. I've chopped up the broccoli beforehand, so when the water boils up I'll put the broccoli into the pan so it can cook. Right, so the water's boiled now, so we're adding the broccoli. But broccoli is easy to do. I mean, once it's boiled up, you're talking about 7 to 8 minutes to cook. Again, it depends on the thickness, how you chopped up the broccoli. But just some regular normal sizes, it'll be 7 to 8 minutes. Nice and simple. So rice, I've turned it on the hob now. So I'm just going to that, leave it alone now. So it's so swine lightly. So I'll say it's almost ready to top now. So I don't think it'll do much swelling now, that's fine. That's the key thing with rice is don't put too much rice in there because it will go above it. It makes it difficult to cook. So the meat here. Check here. So I'm just going to check the so I just want to cook it where it's kind of soft to chew on. Don't want it too tough because pork can be tough to eat when it's too tough. So I just want to get it the right balance right. So once it gets to the softness stage, then we're now in the right zone. So the broccoli is cooking well now. Right guys, so the broccoli is done now. So turn the hob off, put excess water out. Just be careful now. Make sure your face everything's away from the steam. Keep your distance. So what I'm going to do now is add some extra virgin olive oil. So again, it's just a personal choice. You could put in some sesame oil as well. So I'll just put in two cups full. That should be enough. Give that extra flavour, extra touch to it. Right, so just mix that up there. Right, so broccoli's done now. I'll check on the meat now, see how far we got. Should be far away. I think that's done now. So I've got enough gravy there. Just check the gravy. Check the thickness. So it's getting thicker now. Again, it depends on the gravy. Sometimes some people want a thick gravy, some want a more watery gravy. So again, it depends on you individually what you want. I think that thickness is fine for me. So if you get a taste, one last taste. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. So we'll turn that off. So the rice done, the pork belly's done, the block is done. Now I'm going to fry the plantain now. Let's make a sauce and spice. Get the frying pan warm up, get it hot up, and then I'm going to put some oil in it, some cooking oil. The key thing in this cooking the plantain is that enough oil in the pan, because you put too much it gets all soggy. Don't put enough, it's just going to burn quickly, not cook properly. So we're going to get this. Like that. So it's a plantain chopped up. So a plantain is almost like a banana, but there's a slight difference. So sometimes if you buy a plantain, you might get mixed up. So usually a difference on the colour, maybe the size. Usually the size, plantain you can tell. It's just a bit of knowledge. I say once you buy them regular, so you kind of know the difference. Usually in the local store, they will be signed up, the signage saying what they are, but sometimes they might not be signed up and you're not sure, you can ask, but I say you will get to know what they're like. It's like a banana almost. So they're chopped up nicely. So I'll wait till this oil get warmed up. I have to make sure the oil is hot. Once you put in the plantain, it will start to cook, fry up. So now just be careful now, because the oil's getting hotter now. You might spit out maybe. So it's better keep your distance. So once you're putting the plantain in there, just make sure you keep your distance, especially around your face, because it does at times spit out oil. You get too close, it'll go onto your skin and burn your skin. So always be careful. You can tell when you put plantain, it'll make that noise, cracking noise. So at least we know the oil is warm enough. So it should take about 4 minutes to cook. Also we're going to fry it on both sides, so I get that colour and texture. Again, it depends on your individual. You might not want it when it's fried too much, especially the colouring. Some don't like a light brown, some like a darker cook properly. So again, it depends. Some plantain is ripened, so that will fry easily, burn easily. So you have to be careful in that aspect. Right, so now the plantain is virtually cooked now. I say some pieces will cook quicker than others. I say just make sure I don't get too burned quickly. So what it says now, we can start to take these out of the frying pan. Make sure I get your dish ready. And keep your distance, get too close. Get some of this hot piping oil, so you might catch it. just right, so that's done now. Turn off the hob, just let the oil cool down now. So now everything's cooked now. The brown stew pork belly with soy sauce cooked, the broccoli's done, plantain's done, the veg is cooked now. So now we're going to serve the food now. So now I've served the food now. So you can see here, got rice and peas, the plantain, the pork belly with soy sauce, and the broccoli. And I'm just adding a tomato and a spinach leaf on top to get a bit of colour. So it's looking nice and pretty here. So I can't wait to eat this. I said, I guarantee when you cook this, you're gonna be licking your fingers. This is delicious. It really is, especially on a Sunday. Well, you really enjoy this. So I'll end this video now. It's been enjoyable doing another video with yourself. Thank you for the support you've given me, watching my videos, subscribing. If there's any requests for me to do a dish or either smooth or whatever, just leave it in the comment and I will make sure I do it. Either the next video or whenever. Please, I appreciate your support. It'd be nice if you can share this video. Because I do, it helps us help us to grow this channel to the next stage. I appreciate all your help. So this is the end today. I hope you take care, keep warm, and please can you like, share, subscribe, and leave any comment. Until next time, bye bye.